This is the 20th season of Bass Talk Live. BTL is presented by Bass Cat Boats, Strike King Lures, Aftco, Pro Guide Batteries, Spro, Gamakatsu, The Bass Tank, Denali Rods, Beatdown Outdoors, and Sunline.
BTL coming at you.
We're live. Okay, this is as real as it gets, folks. So it is 10 o'clock in the morning in Sunline. What's the name of the city we're in?
Dear Yanai. Yeah, Yamaguchi.
Yeah, Yamaguchi. So yesterday we did the line testing. We've been around the Sunline facility with the board of directors and everybody from Sunline, and I had no idea what went into. Sunline is always like, man, how do you know which one to throw? Dude, there's like 90 lines, and it's the coolest thing that I've ever seen as a bass head. So we're going to get kind of technical. These are some of the lines behind. And Kyle Welcher, you're kind of a nerd out too. Like, have you ever seen anything like this in your life?
No, and a lot of times, a lot of these aren't available in America. Like, a lot of these are actually Japanese lines. And seeing all these and then being around the people who developed them and designed them, and they can actually articulate why you want this line for a certain situation. It's been very, very eye-opening, and a lot goes into it. It's cool to have a company like that where so many people are dedicated to fishing line every single day. It's very eye-opening.
All right, so here's what I want to do with the BTL listeners. So I don't think there's ever been a live show from the Sunline factory over here, or an American show that's done a live show from Japan. So yesterday we went over. They have a building. It's called the JDM portion of it. Mm-hmm. But Mike, who's holding the kid, he knows everything. He's like the only reason that we know how to get where we basically babysit it every second of the day. But you go over there and they have all these different lines, all the labeling, all this cool stuff that you've never seen and that you've only seen.
You got to give away one of these.
Dude, we have it right here. Yeah. Look at this. You show it what that is.
Yeah, check that out. Somebody in America is going to receive one of these. They have to.
No. So we got a 5-pack, and we're going to give some. So here's what we're going to do. We could stand here, and we could do all of the, why the line and the Sunline promo stuff. Sure. I don't know if this is even going to work, but we're going to walk over and we're just going to go into the coolest places that we saw from yesterday. And if they tell us we can't go in there, and then next week when we're all back in the United States, so we're not jet lagged, we're going to take all the portions that Kyle's going to have on his YouTube, that John is. We'll get Mike to get on and kind of explain it. And we'll do a whole 2-hour Sunline show. But I'm also bringing back some really badass JDM stuff that we're going to give away included. We've got some spools of, yes, the if you thought the visible tomato, yes, that is the name of the line. So I don't know if this is even going to work. We might lose signal. It might get a little choppy. Can we go over? You good? We'll follow you? Okay, we're going to follow it over to the JDM. I'm going to take it. Here we go.
I'm not giving away my line that I get.
No. All right, we are. Can we go over to the JDM building? We're live. So
live action.
Yes, we're live. Man. If no, just let me know. Tell them if there's somewhere, because we're gonna stay live on this. If there's somewhere that they don't want shown, because I know that there's some. So one of the cool things over here is the weather. I was not expecting it to be so mild.
Right, and then the cars are completely different.
Completely different. If you walk down the line, everything is compacted a little bit.
It's a lot narrower because the roads are smaller.
Okay, except for the minivans. We got. Can I show the van? Yeah. Dude, all the vans have Tokyo Drift, Fast and the Furious. Look at all. Every single van is decked out. The Yoda Alphard, they're all pretty pimped out. All right,
that's what they do.
JDM building. Here, hold that for a second, John. I'm going to give you the mic here for a second. Yeah. And you're going to do a whole walkthrough on your channel?
Already did.
Oh, you already did?
Yes.
Here, I'm going to hook you up real quick, and then I'll give it back. And then as we walk over, you guys can talk about the experience so far.
All right.
Because I'm not mic'd up anymore. But just your thoughts so far, 3 days in.
It's
It's totally fascinating, and y'all kind of hit it on the head about how it's just you nerd out. Yeah, you're into the technical portions of like why the line does this and why is that, like what's the difference between shooter and sniper. Dude, the difference between shooter and sniper is the tip of the iceberg. That is like within shooter alone, there's 3 different types of shooters that all have different characteristics because they're different formulas and they're made differently. So even if it's you're talking about Sunline shooter, you've got different different line sizes have different characteristics, different stretch. So it's such a dialed in science. And this is one of the most impressive warehouses I've ever been in as well. Like this is just normal. They have a ton of line here, but I mean you can eat off this floor. It's immaculate. Everywhere here is the same way, and I hope maybe they'll let us see the warehouse that has the accordion style where this storage. It's wild.
The way that they store things here is immaculate.
The whole organization is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's next level.
Can we show JDM clothing? All right.
Yeah, it's gonna get
Basically,
real.
we'll recreate what we did yesterday.
It's gonna get real.
This stuff is like I've never seen any of this. So we're just.
We're gonna start right here.
Okay.
Start with the hand protection.
There's gloves.
Look at that, fishing gloves.
It's unbelievable. I'm almost regretting getting the red now because the gold is just.
So, folks, we do have a JDM Sunline hat that we will be giving away next week when we do the Sunline show. So I'm looking forward to that. But all right.
Is this the one you're giving away? I think it might be.
Yeah, I think so.
So, I mean, everybody, I know if you're watching, I know that you want one of these because it is that good looking and it's stylish. So, you're going to be getting, you're going to be giving one away.
Let's show some more.
Yeah. Like this one is really, this is really fun.
Yeah. There's some clean prints too. You know, some of it's over the top and animated, but there's some clean ones.
And folks, this goes like on and on and on. You can see it. Everything is immaculate. They understand like every single one of these hats. Like I think we got 3 hats each, and it's like all in inventory for them. Like I've never seen anything run so smooth.
Oh wow! Look at that, bro. That's
Can we give away? You want one of those too?
I feel like I've already gone through my allotment.
No, your allotment. What about that? Oh, pull that one out.
Yeah,
You got one.
I got one of these. I did too. Yeah, this is fresh right here. Look at that,
dude.
That is it's flat brim special.
And then like if you look at the
but it's all it's because we were in Japan.
You find it a dragonfly? Oh yeah, talk about that, Kyle.
So jewelry in Japan's a little bit different. So this right here it's pretty cool, but it has a purpose for it. They found that if you put this on your hat, it actually keeps biting flies away and stuff like that because everything's scared of dragonflies. So pretty interesting, and we all snagged one of these.
So like black flies and stuff.
Yep, all the biting flies.
Mosquitoes.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I wore mine last night as a decoration on my shirt, and I got a lot of compliments on it. Yeah, here's the glove. We all got a set of these. Kyle put them on yesterday, and he looked like K-Cup or K-Pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty slick.
All right. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Let's show them the here.
The line on the wall doesn't hit the same as you see on the shelf.
Yeah.
It
All right.
looks
All right.
completely
Here we go, folks. So this is where we're going to spend the rest of it. We're going to alternate aisles. So we're just going to walk up and down these aisles, and you're going to see like they do 20 new products every single year at Sunline, but we just learned about IU fishing and ESO fishing and trout fishing.
This is actually marijuana infused line. It's called High Contact.
High contact.
Yeah.
And a lot of the names are really interesting and funny because they don't translate perfectly a lot of times, but I think it makes it better. I think it is.
All right, let's walk up and down. We'll get to your aisle next. All right.
Just tiny little spools. Like you'll see quite a few of these. All these are specialty spools for a lot of different fish and different environments. And like there's a here that I've never even heard of until we got here this week.
But yeah, over here, it's not just bass. Bass is the biggest market, but then there's the IU fishing, which are like little baby trout. That has its a whole genre of different lines specifically designed for those. And then they have all the saltwater fish, the horse mullet, and all that stuff. It has its own. They each have their own line designed for them.
The IU fishing has the most different line. There's actually a metal line for IU fishing. Yeah, I've never even heard of a metal line. Yeah,
It's decals.
Yeah, 2 pound has metal line.
May have to get some decals. Did you see that? Look at all the.
No, I did not
Dude,
see that. Dude.
That has to come back.
Yeah. We need to get all these decals. And then, like you said,
boy,
put them
Yeah.
on
look at that!
Dude, yes.
I need that. That gold is
Was that a buff?
it's different.
Yeah, that needs to be on the. That needs to be on the vessel.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
See, they're monitoring us. Make sure
Yeah, we can't put any in our
we're
pockets.
babysat.
Yeah.
All right, let's show the line, guys. We got probably 10, 15. Oh, these are the corks for the
IU fishing?
No, the ESO fishing.
It's off the coast around the rocks. It's live bait fishing. Yeah, all these specialty corks.
That's freaking cool. All right, here we go.
High visible saltwater special. Mono is a big deal over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially the colored mono. It's not near as big in America.
So one of the things that I'm learning is there's so much product and so many different types and iterations of line, and they have so many scientists that work on this at Sunline, that the difficulty is to figure out what to bring to the American market. So you guys know the shooter and the sniper, and more recently the Crank FC, but it seems like there's always like different types of Sunline coming into the U.S. and I never understood. I always thought they were like kind of making it over here, and then but there are, a fraction of what they actually, and what we're about to see, they actually make it to the U.S. market just based on what we think people use, what you use. And then the other thing that we kind of had a breakfast meeting about was like, so this is where like Kyle and John and all the other Sunline pros, like you are very beneficial to a pro staff as professional anglers, because like your feedback kind of depends on what comes over to the United States and is used on a daily basis.
And like you said a while ago, they have 20 new products a year. We only see 3 of them, 4 of them. Some years 2 of them. So a lot of it doesn't come.
All right, John's got the mic back. So
I was just looking, shopping.
One of the things that surprises me is how many different colors. Like, Sunline always has a different colors. They come out with the different braid and the colors, but how many different colors of fluorocarbon that they have? And I'm still not sure why the different colors.
Fluorocarbon is very hard to color, and they have got it dialed in with Sunline, and I think they're kind of showing off. Because they just like to have all these different color lines, and some of them are for a purpose. Like they have some line that they use for ESO fishing that is has the UV. No, it's for the area trout. Area trout. It's got the UV light in it, so when it goes into the water where you don't have any UV light, it disappears and it gets clear again. But when it's above in the regular, you can see it. 'Cause it kind of glows because the line is so small. So there's just so much that they can do with all. And this is all the parallel spools. You can see it's perfectly put on there. They've got these machines that put the line on.
Show that, I don't think.
Not the machine, but we can just tell people that it's beautiful just to even see on the spool.
And talking about the area trout line, it also maxes out at 2 pound test.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to it.
Oh my god, that's the squid yen. Yeah, squid yen. Got the different colors.
It's actually squid.
Yeah.
For squid fishing.
Yeah, they fish for squid.
We're just
There's
getting started here.
There's almost no line marketed for bass in America. In Japan. It's all marketed for those other ones.
All right, we gotta just keep going.
The
Rock Hunter, FC Rock Hunter. Pick up a spool of that for your wife.
And as far as I know, this is the first time anyone in America, particularly if you're watching this live, like this has never been done before.
Yeah, this is.
Like this is the first look. I didn't know any of this existed. No one else does either.
Right.
Unless you've been to this factory.
The packaging is just all of them.
I mean, dude, like look what we're missing on the other side.
And this is just
A little dunk sniper right there.
That's wild. Look at that color.
Yeah.
That's like
I don't know. Goldish yellow.
yeah, dunk sniper. All right, we'll speed it up. We'll speed it up here, and we're just going to start walking aisles to aisles. All right, Troutist Wild with the green.
we haven't even gotten to any of the best
Darkness. Yeah, we're just in the trout stuff here. Good. So good.
Yes.
Good so far.
Yes.
Okay.
No, we're showing this now. This is my
Black
stuff.
stream.
So
This is my stuff right here.
okay. So talk a little bit. So one of the things that's interesting is there are lines that have multiple applications.
Right.
And we talked about how we determine what comes over and what's not. But there's a lot of product testing, a lot of things that might be applicable. There's a lot of things now that are used daily that we take for granted that started out as kind of R&D stuff.
Right.
And you're pretty jacked up about some stuff you're going to get to test.
Yeah. Specifically the color. They did a lot of testing on the color of this line, and it's the most invisible line that there's ever been made underneath the water. So, and it also is a very high quality fluorocarbon, similar to the V-Hard. But I'm bringing home a suitcase full, as much as they'll give me.
But right now it's marketed and fished for the saltwater fish, the ESO.
Yeah, Black stream is for
The black stream. No, we'll show it. What the heck?
Oh man.
No,
There
the
it
black
is.
stream. But one of the other things that we've learned is it's really hard. You know, people have preconceived notions when it comes to line, and it's hard. Like even though that might not be the truth that this line is the least visible.
Right.
If you think it is, it
Right,
is.
right.
Like we were
That's all
talking
that
about that
matters.
with braid stream too.
the other part is they studied how a bass
Bass's
sees color, and I guess they figured out that color of this line is different. It's kind of like a grayish blue, but then but the other part about it is it's got the plasma rise on it. It's V-Hard with plasma rise on there. There's the color of the line. It's like that steel gray. But yeah, that plasma rise is they have a global patent for that plasma rise. It is actually a treatment of the outer portion of the line. It changes the molecular structure of the outside surface. Over time, it will wear off, but it is when it has that on there, it is unlike any other fishing line. It is wild.
So we'll be fishing with that in the next week.
100% will be fishing with that as soon as I get home.
Yeah, you should.
Very jacked about it.
All right, you guys have the mic, so keep chatting, and keep walking.
So these are smaller spools, obviously the smaller lines, and then
Yeah, basic
miles
FC.
of it.
That's more of the V-Hard.
See,
Different
we
colors.
haven't even learned about this yet.
What is that?
It's a different variation of the V-Hard. So it's going to have some different properties.
He's watching it. Is it working?
Okay.
Working okay?
He's watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Are you
one of our
learning about the
bosses.
new line?
It's one of our bosses.
Yeah. So, like, we haven't even learned about the properties of this, but I know this has a completely different application than the V-Hard that we're using in America. So, might ask a question or two about that.
Is that the visible citrus?
I don't
I
know.
think that might be visible citrus. That's what the translation is. That's what I'm going to go
All
with.
right. A lot of tuna lines, like all the way up to 1,000 pounds, a lot of like leader lines. So you see a lot of things that like are not, applicable for bass. It's very interesting, like spool size, how hard it's spooled. John talked about the spooling. Like it's an art just when you spool up your line, you have no idea how much thought went into that spool.
Yeah, they have 3 different ways they actually spool a line here.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe 4.
Yeah. Here's the V-Hard. This is in the U.S. as well.
Not that is that Tornado is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
the
is.
V-Hard, yeah.
Okay.
So this is a super premium line, and we talked about the black stream. This is black stream without coloring, basically what it is. So that V-Hard is super premium line, very hard. hence the name V-Hard.
Yep.
But it came from the ESO fishing, where they fish around a lot of rocks. They need the line that's a super premium and has the best abrasion resistance, and that's what this is. A lot of guys on tour. Who was that? Is it Brian New that's all he uses on his leaders? I think
V-Hard?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
There's a couple. There's one or two anglers that they've completely switched to using V-Hard as their leader material.
I've started using it more and more.
I've been playing with it, but I use Sniper a lot as well for my leaders, and as we saw, Sniper has much more stretch than say Shooter and some of the other lines. Yeah, so many different colors. They have blue, orange.
Yeah, but this is V cross.
White. Oh, it's V cross.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Here's the Super Tornado.
Yeah.
It's just wild, and then just
small variations.
We're building up to the visible
tomato.
tomato.
Visible tomatoes.
Here's the Sniper. This is FC Sniper, but colored. The BMS is very popular in Japan, but they brought it over to the U.S. and nobody buys colored fluorocarbon. In the U.S., they think that if it's colored, it's something's wrong with it. Basically, because nobody else can color line like Sunline can, which we went over. And that's the invisible Sniper FC. It's green. That is very popular here in Japan.
Color
Yep.
fluorocarbon.
Yep. Years ago, they had a green version of FC Sniper that brought to the States, but it just didn't sell as well.
Oh,
there's
go.
right
Finally,
there.
that's
The
look
bread
at
and
how
butter.
much we've been in, and this is the first recognizable.
Yep.
And for the people who use Shooter, and you see that blue stripe in the middle of the spool, that's what it is. It is a halfway mark for the 165-yard spools. Like so everybody sees the blue line. I get questions on it. It is the halfway mark in the spool because it's a premium line. So you want to know how much you have left, and nobody likes to get to the end of the spool and have 20 yards left.
Hey, here's the Old Faithful right here, FC Sniper. 4 pound, 7.
What was it saying? All of Japanese Sunline. The bass says Shooter.
All the fluorocarbon.
Yeah, all the ones for bass specifically are Shooter, and then whatever it is. So that's why this packaging looks different than it does in the U.S.
Yeah, it's Sniper, but it says Shooter. So
Right.
in the United States, they just took the Shooter off for the FC Sniper, so it's not confusing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, here's the super premium nylon line that they have, machine gun cast.
This is the most popular line over here as far as mono.
Yeah, and that's a very, very premium monofilament, and it's super supple. I've used it years ago.
Time wise, we okay? Okay, time. How much? 10 more minutes. Okay, we got 10 more minutes in the shot.
All right, there's the Sigma.
That was
PEA.
Introduced 2
Couple
years ago in the
Maybe
United
3.
States.
Very good line. Very good price point line. This is the 8 carrier. They also have the 4 carrier as well, but definitely very good for the money. I use that. I still use that 8 occasionally. Yeah. It's very supple.
So this is for
we need a translator to figure out that one. I don't know what that is. It's very small though.
Very small diameter. I have no idea what that is.
Here's the All Might.
Yep.
They actually have it in stock again. Mike was giving us the story about how they did their projections on All Might because it takes a long time to make. He said from the time he orders it takes about 9 months to get what they order. But this is a sinking braid. Took off very, very popular. They sold what he thought was going to be 9 months worth in 2 months. So there was a little gap, but it's back in stock now. I've used it. I really like it. It's got the either the pink or the green. Handles very well. It's a 5 carrier braid. The All Might. That 5 carrier is got the 1 filament in the middle, which is one of the strands, and it's a 4 carrier braid that wraps around it. So it's dense like fluorocarbon and it sinks.
We'll give away a couple spools of that on BTL.
That All Might's legit, dude.
One thing in Japan that's different is the line is always rated on the diameter. In America, it's rated on the pound test, which varies and is kind of marketing. And in Japan, it's all about the diameter. So that's why they use the actual decimal points, or they call it a 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. Everything over here is all about the diameter. And I believe that's the right way to judge.
Yep. All right, we got to pick it up here to get through.
Yeah, we got some more. There's all kind of other lines.
Yep, all sorts of crazy stuff. They were talking about the Queen Star. So we haven't heard a lot about the Queen Star in the United States, but apparently this is their entry level.
Yep.
For a lot of the other Asian countries that this goes out. So this is like a big. They were actually making some of that when we were in the.
That's what the robot was packing.
That's what the robot was packing.
Yeah,
that you'll see on their channels.
It is not KJ Queen's line.
Yeah,
it is not that.
Should be.
Yeah, he would be all over it.
Oh,
Ica metal leader.
that's for the.
I haven't seen this one.
But the metal wasn't that metal line for the?
Yeah, but it came in tiny spools though.
Oh,
when we
okay.
saw it the other day.
Yeah.
All right.
There's the rush hour. I love
Just
that.
crazy the names.
I love that. So,
And then it
Just got a
just
shopping cart.
yeah, it just goes on and on and on and more clothing, more clothes,
Here's the metal.
jerseys.
Here's the metal.
here's the metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's for the
That's actually for the.
IU.
Oh, that's fluorocarbon.
Oh yeah.
It's in a very similar package.
Well, somewhere right here, I remember it. I thought it was
Excellent.
PE. That's braid.
That's braid. That's like 0.3. Huh. All right, let's end it on the tomato line.
Where was our visible tomato?
Visible.
Oh, did you show? Is this the? Hold on. Oh no, it's not.
I think the king is around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right
Visible
beside the
king.
tomato is over there. Okay. They just always tell us to go towards
Yes.
the visible tomato.
Yes. They're like, we got to get them out of here.
Over there.
Over there.
More the Queen Star.
Yep.
Pocket FC.
Oh, here we go. Here's the good stuff.
Obviously,
Yeah.
pretty popular line.
Yeah. And then here's the. Look at that package right
Yeah,
there.
that's my
Visible King.
favorite. Yeah,
That is
that's
amazing.
awesome. That should
Got
come
that
to America
gold.
just because of the package.
Absolutely. And then here is our friend Visible Tomato. That is good looking stuff right there.
It's a work of art.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got purple line. All right. I know we have a strict timeline that we have
Visible
to keep
free. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
here's
white line. But in addition, that's the one thing I learned when you're here is they, in addition to having braid, mono, and fluorocarbon, they also have the polyester fishing line, which is completely different, has different characteristics than fluorocarbon or nylon. I had no clue. I had no clue that they made fishing line
And it has
out
some
of
benefits.
polyester. Yeah.
It's got even less stretch. It's stronger per diameter. It's got some real benefits that in a few years we can see in the bass market.
Yeah, once they refine that thing, it could be
Yep.
it could be something that some people start incorporating either as leader material or something like that.
What I'm thinking after having done this is we're going to do like a BPL line class and kind of basically do a week that walks it through. So, I mean, regardless of what kind of line you want to use,
Yeah.
it would be benefit as an angler. It's the only thing that gets your fish in the boat. All right, we got a ton of this stuff going on. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. I think we might be going live later today too. Big shout out to the Sunline Japan staff, to all of the people that allowed this to happen. This is the first time that they've ever kind of had anything like this go down live. Kyle's channel, John's channel will have this in the coming weeks as we come, and then also on BTL. But we got to get back to our schedule. So like I said, we want to go live when we can to kind of show some of the things behind the scenes in Japan. So there it is. That's a look at the JDM portion of Sunline. So I'll post on my Instagram if we're going to go live again. I don't really know. Oh, we're going to go fishing today.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we're supposed to go fishing. Might actually catch a bass. All three of us we're extremely excited about it. The only thing I would be possibly more excited about now is if I got to go IU fishing.
Yes.
So we'll
Do you have your mic?
keep you
still?
updated.
He's got both.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
both? Oh, you were talking about both?
John's
Yeah.
John's a mic hog.
But yeah, no, bass
And we're not
fishing
even
today.
singing karaoke. So
So I don't care if it's a 12-incher or a 2-pounder or a 10-pounder. I just want to catch a Japanese bass. I
Same.
think we're all on the
Same.
same page.
All right.
So
Let's get a
just
thumbnail
look.
here. Stand right
Let's
there,
just
and then
look.
we'll.
should we get a couple of the lines?
Yeah.
Visible tomato.
Yeah, visible tomato, visible king.
Right here.
Got tomato. I got king. I get.
There you go. Hold it up. No, you're good. Keep it on here. We're just to stay live. I was just going to do like a wrap up and say this has been another edition of BTL, international version of BTL live from Japan with a couple of the guys. Oh, and look at that. The finger is literally right in the way on that shot.
I was
We'll
waiting.
change
I could
it.
see
I
that.
know.
I was waiting.
I was mixing it up.
That's it.
Stay tuned. We'll see when else we can go live. Thanks, guys. What time is it in the United States right now? I have absolutely no
I
clue.
think it's like 11 hours behind.
11 hours behind. Is
No,
today Thursday?
That's wrong.
or Friday?
Today's Friday here. It's Thursday.
Today's
in America.
Friday here, Thursday in
It's-
America.
It's behind. We're
It's
ahead.
behind.
We're ahead.
Okay.
It's Friday here. It's Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But, yeah.
9 o'clock at night.
Oh, sweet. 8:30 Central Time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fairly. I've gone 8:30 Central Time before too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this has been another edition of BTO. We will talk to everybody later. See ya.